Yeah, this piece is really crucial. So for me, we've of course focused on the entire interview process and trying to make it a positive candidate experience. But even as late in the process as when you're preparing to make an offer, you can have candidates drop out. And one of the common reasons candidates do drop out is because of a poor candidate experience. So we really try to focus on addressing some of the common challenges that we see with offers and offer approvals. On the next slide here, the three most common that I tend to notice is there's no single source of truth for us. We might have a Slack conversation about a candidate and the offer terms, then maybe someone weighs in by email, maybe the information is in the applicant tracking system. All of these different places for the approval details or the offer details and getting approval makes things really difficult. Number two here, and this one again really weighs in on candidate experience, you're dealing with sensitive information every time you're making an offer. So you want to make sure you're giving the right offer with all of the right details to the right candidate. And so really being able to make sure you're handling that sensitive information very, very well and effectively is super important. This last piece here then is, of course, needing to have an approval trail. So I know for me that I've gotten approval before, and I've known that it's out there. I've been sure that my CEO has granted us to hire someone and give them particular terms. But then when it comes down to me sending the offer through, sometimes, it's maybe been a little while since that CEO has had a bunch of more information coming through their head, and he might not remember that. So I then have to rack my brain and try to figure out where was that note where I know I got approval. So then if I don't have that clear approval trail, again, it slows down the process, which is a stress and a drain on candidates' ends too.
Right. And so for this last automation, this has a lot of steps, but is a fairly straightforward and powerful one. And real quickly, so a candidate is moved to the offer stage in Greenhouse. This can send the offer details to approvers in Slack, where they can see all that and review it and sign off right in Slack. This would then kick off DocuSign to generate an offer letter, which can then be reviewed by someone and then sent directly to the candidate. And then after all that, all the data is updated directly in Greenhouse. And through this process, you have this solves a lot of issues that you just talked about, Jesslyn, where you have a single source of truth in Greenhouse. You have an audit trail of approvals right in Slack, and that's also synced to Greenhouse. And then you can check to ensure sensitive information is protected with all these different checks in Slack and then in DocuSign to make sure you're sending the right information.